Good morning. Happy Monday. We are here. We'll see if some of you wake up and are ready to flow this morning. I want to thank you so much, those of you that have been joining and hopping on live this morning. If you have any props that you want to use, I'm grabbing a blanket and I have a block. We're going to work a little into the hips. So we had some psoas requests. So we'll do a little psoas, excuse me, and hopefully my mic is working. We'll see if some folks hop on live. It's good to see everybody this morning. Thank you for being on. So as you get ready, make sure you've got props and things that you need. Tell us where you're practicing from. Good morning. Good morning, Lou. Okay, so I'm going to get started. I have my blanket rolled up, so you have a little something for some height to sit on. Painting crooked. I'm like distractions. All right. So find a nice. Can you hear me? Okay. I just want to make sure. Can everybody hear me? Hi, Court. Somebody give me like a thumbs up or a heart that you can hear me, because I am using my mic today, which hopefully will have better sound than AirPods do. Hi, Kathy. Can someone just give me a thumbs up that you can hear me okay? You're probably sitting on your mat. You're like, shoot, now I got to get up. Just want to make sure you can hear me. Hi, Mitzi. Yes, you guys can hear me. Can someone just tell me if they can hear me? I'm seeing some hearts, so I'm going to assume. Okay, thumbs up. Okay. All right, well, because it would suck to do a whole practice where you see it all, but you can't hear a thing. Okay. All right, good morning, lovelies. So finding a nice, comfortable seat. Yes. All right. I don't know what week we are in quarantine. Does anybody know? Have we all lost track? I was thinking about, we've been focusing a lot on attention. We can hear you. Okay, thanks. Focusing a lot on just my own attention and like where I place my own awareness. When you're in a confined space with the same people, day in and day out, it challenges us all in different ways. And then there's the alternative if we're alone all the time and you're just with your own thoughts, right? Over and over and over again. And there is an old teaching, sure, probably all of you have heard it before, but we have to remember that anytime we rehear a story or something that was maybe something we heard a while ago and now you hear it today again, you're a different person today than you were when you heard it the first time. So it's going to resonate with you in a different way. But this is an old Cherokee teaching of a grandpa teaching his grandson. And the grandpa said that a fight is going on inside of me. He says to the boy, and it's a terrible fight. It's a fight between two wolves, and one is evil. One is filled with anger and jealousy and rage and regret and greed and pity and arrogance and all the things. And then he continued, the other is good and filled with love and joy and hope and compassion and humility and kindness and benevolence and empathy. And this same fight is going on inside of you and inside every person. And so the grandson sort of thought for a minute, and then he said, well, which one wins? And the Cherokee grandpa replies, the one that you feed, right? And I think that is such a, like where we're at right now. Which one are we feeding every single day? Because it's having a ripple effect into the way that we're conducting ourselves and the actions that we take and the thoughts that we think and the way that we feel every single day. Good morning, everybody. So today we're going to work on the psoas a little bit. If there is a certain pose that you have a request and you want to type it in real quick, I'll stand and check them out. But We're going to work a little with the psoas, which obviously in the hip area in general holds a ton of emotions for a lot of us. And people have said it all the time that it's like your junk drawer, the junk drawer in the body. So we're going to work to organize that drawer today. Okay, we're going to organize it all out, which means that we're going to try to focus on the main directions of the hips. So the hips, they flex and extend, they abduct and they adduct, and they internally and they externally rotate, right? Those are the 6 like main directional movements of the hips. So obviously there's more subtle ones, but those are the main ones. So we'll kind of work, hopefully, the circumference of the hips today. So if you have a request, a favorite hip pose, you want to stick it in there real quick on the comments. I'll try to peek up there in a second. So let's bring the hands to the heart. Close your eyes. Begin to just drop deeply into your breath. And even noticing the way when we shift into our breath in a more present way, the compounding effect of how that affects our nervous system, the quality of our mind. And I want you to just acknowledge where you're at right now in this moment. And one of my favorite things about practicing, I consider this a fairly early practice, is my mind is usually much more quiet. It's not as busy. My body's more tight, but my mind is more open at this time. So I do really enjoy the earlier practices. So there could be a different sense of clarity as you set your intention. Thinking about what you want to feed, right? If we think of the story of the wolves, like how our intention can help to support ourselves. And catching ourselves when we go into those patterns that aren't serving us. And then let your chin fall down towards your chest. Let your hands fall down onto your legs. And inhale, lift your chin, open your eyes. Already just sort of noticing that space, right? The space between the breath, between thought. Slide my blanket out from under me. Okay, so remember my mirroring, everything will feel backwards, okay, for the most part. I start trying to do the opposite leg and then it goes to pot. So as my grandpa would say, it's all gone to pot. So you're going to take your right leg, stretch your right leg out. Left leg's going to bend in Janushirshasana. All right, and then you're going to take your right arm on the inside of the right leg. See, I'm trying to mirror you, seeing if it'll work, and then I'll do my best throughout. And then the opposite arm is going to stretch over. Remember, always listen to your body. I can't see you. And so if something doesn't feel good, please listen to that. Good. And then you're going to reach that left arm behind you. Spin the sole of your right foot to the floor and inhale. Parigasana variation gate pose. So let's exhale, sit back down, reach the arm over, and inhale, variation of Parigasana. Inhale, lift up. Starting to stretch the front of the psoas, front of the hip. Exhale over. Inhale, lift. You can go as fast or as slow as you like, because I can't see you. You do what feels good. It's like you at least get the sense that you're practicing with someone, right? You're not alone. And even in the thoughts that you're having last time, good or bad, you're not alone. Lift it up, inhale. Good, exhale, sit back down. Good, cross that shin, the right shin in front. Reach the arms up towards the sky. Twist to the right, exhale. So one hand to knee, the opposite hand is behind you. Lift up nice and tall. Exhale, bend the elbows, turn the navel. Good. You're going to reach your back hand, cross it over, Garudasana arms, inhale. Exhale, forward fold, working into those outer hips a little bit here. So if you can't come all the way down, don't worry. If you had a block and you want to put the block right here, you could. Relax your head. Very nice. Inhale, cactus your arms, open it up. Exhale, set your hands behind you and your feet out in front of you. Reverse tabletop. Inhale, open up the hips. Lift the heart. Starting to open up the shoulders. Again, mild variation. Opening up the front of the hip. Exhale, set it all back down. Let's do that 3 times, just pulsing up with the breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. You can flex the feet if you like, waking up the core a little bit. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Good. Set it all the way down now. Opposite leg. Left leg's going to stretch out. Right leg's going to bend in. Left arm on the inside of the leg. Opposite arm. Right arm goes up and over. Reach that top hand behind you. Spin the sole of your extended leg to the floor and inhale. Open up the hips. Hug that bottom arm bone back and the shoulder blade into the socket. Good. Exhale over. And inhale, lift. 3 more times. Exhale over. Inhale, lift. Last 2. Exhale. I know it feels so good. Hello, side body. Good morning. It's like it's a human. Our side body's a human. Inhale. Okay, good. Lift it up. All right, bring it all back down. Bring that left shin now in front of you. We're taking the twist. Opposite hand over. Left hand behind you. Inhale nice and tall. Exhale, turn the navel. Inhale, tall. Exhale. Back hand comes around, eagle arms, wrap the arms, lift the elbows, push the palms forward. Exhale, forward fold. Breathing in, breathing out. And I know we're not together in our space, but we can still feel the energy of each other. So just smiling, knowing that you're not practicing alone right now. We're in our house alone, but you are not alone. Inhale, open. Exhale, hands behind you, feet out in front. Here we go. Inhale, reverse table. Exhale, lower. Good. Inhale, lift. Now if you want a little more core, exhale, flex the feet. Legs go straight and your hips are hovering off. Okay, 2 more times. Inhale. That's totally optional. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Set your sit bones back down. Cross your ankles. Let's come on to all 4s. Let's just stretch those wrists out now a little bit. So when you take your right hand, turn the palm so it's facing up. Okay, the back of the hand is down. Your wrists are in one line. And then just very gently, you're going to make some circles around. Kind of like you're rotating around that right hand a little bit and go the other way. Very good. And then slowly return that palm back down, switch sides, other hand. And again, just some little circles. Stretching the forearm, all the typing and things. Last week somebody requested wrists and I didn't see it until after. So here's a little bit of some wrist work. Make sure you switch the direction. Good. And then one more time, hand back down. All right, lift up onto the mountain tops of your hands, so kind of like the ridge tops. The heels of the hands are going to come up. So claw the earth with all 10 finger pads, and then exhale, slowly set it down. So inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Good. Tuck your toes. Let's press back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. And some days I will let the heels of the hands stay up. 1, if my wrists are sensitive, or 2, if I'm just feeling like all the weight is continuously in my down dog going into the heel of the hand, which for a lot of folks it does. Really want to distribute the weight into your finger pads, into the base of your index finger knuckle, base of that pinky knuckle, but where it really gets light is the base of the index finger knuckle and the inner hand. It's like the outer hand takes all the effort in the heel, the wrist itself. Good. And then inhale forward. I'm going to drop the heels of the hands if they're lifted. Plank pose. Inhale. Exhale. Set the knees down. Good. You're going to swivel onto your left knee. So kind of kickstand your leg out to the left, coming onto that left hand. Reach the right arm up. And then lift the leg up. Bend the knee. Reach back and catch the foot or ankle. Kick back. Open up that chest. Good. Just starting to stretch. Now take the tailbone forward as you take the shoulder back. And then reach the arm up. Breathe in. Leg back. Exhale. Lower. Good. Switching sides. Second side. Reach the arm up. Lift the leg up. Reach back. Catch the foot. Remember that bottom foot, it's a little on a diagonal, so you've got some support there. Kick the shin back. This isn't your biggest back bend. Just to open up, really think of it more for the quad, a little bit in the shoulder, front of the hip. Yes. Good. And then exhale, release, bring it on down, downward facing dog. Step it back. Big breath in through your nose. Let it go out your mouth. Inhale through the nose. Let it go out the mouth. Once more, breathing in. Release it out. Inhale, heels rise. Slowly tiptoe, or if you feel like you're ready for jumping forward, you're welcome to do that. Block is always available if you need it. Inhale, stretch the spine forward. Exhale, fold forward over both of your legs. Remember, you can bend the knees, especially in the early morning, as much as you like. All right, take your right hand, place your right hand under your chest, bend the right knee, stretch left arm up towards the sky. Keep the opposite leg straight. Good morning. And then switch, opposite hand, left hand down, left knee bends, right arm up. And bring it down, exhale. Inhale, half high. Exhale, fold and bow. Reverse your swan dive. Inhale, rise, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good. Reach your arms up towards the sky. Inhale. You're going to take a side bend. So take hold of the left wrist with the right hand. Side bend over to the side. Yes. Good. Inhale up. Now just switch. Exhale over. Keep the thigh bones moving back. Tailbone dropping towards the heels. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, refold. Chair pose, inhale. Exhale, push to stand. Inhale, reach up. Side bend to the right, hold the wrist. Exhale. Inhale up. Side bend to the left. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Rebow. Chair pose. Forward fold. Half high, lengthen the spine. Exhale, left foot steps back. Back knee drops down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back, down dog. Plank pose, breathe in. Chaturanga. To the belly, cobra, inhale. Now just stay, an extra breath, stay here. Good. Exhale, release, back down to the floor. Tuck your toes and go hips to heels. Downward facing dog, exhale. Good, left leg reaches up. Exhale, left foot steps forward and through. Back knee drops down. Inhale, reach up. This time, hands to prayer. You're going to twist. Elbow to the outside of the leg. Good. Take a couple breaths. Breathing in. Breathing out. Again, breathing in. Push weight into that front heel. Energetically hug it towards your back leg. Good. And then just let the hands come down to the floor for a minute or a block. And you just move, okay? Move until you get into those spots in your psoas that are like, oh, that's a good one. That's a good spot. That feels like a wolf of love right there, right? Like that kind of movement. Some days I like to look over the front shoulder. That'll get deeper in. Good. Bring it back to neutral. Now tuck your back toes, lift the knee, inhale, and step it forward. Exhale. Half high lengthen. Fold and bow. Exhale. Chair pose. Utkatasana. Reach the arms up. Push to stand. Exhale. Reach up. Inhale. Side bend to the right. Exhale. Inhale up. Side bend to the left. Inhale. Forward fold. Exhale all the way down. Half high lengthen. Right leg steps back. Lunge. Back knee down. Anjaneyasana. Inhale. Exhale. Hands to the ground. Down dog. Front foot back. Plank pose. Breathe in. All the way to the belly. One more time. Cobra. Inhale. Look over your right shoulder. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Look over left. Inhale. Exhale. Forehead to the floor. Tuck the toes and go up to all fours. Inhale. Exhale. Down dog. Right leg reaches up. Breathe in. Right leg steps forward and through. Back knee down. Inhale. Arms reach up. Exhale. Hands to prayer. Twist. Bringing that opposite elbow across. Hug that back shin in. So if your toes are tucked like mine are, sometimes that ankle will flop out. Keep hugging the shin to the midline. Turning and revolving the belly. I don't know if we have any pregnant folk on here, but if you are, no twisting. Keep the hand low, lean back, okay? There just might be, so you never know. Good. And then let your hands come down, frame that foot, and then allow the hips, just to the degree that it feels good, just ease into it. Maybe look over that front shoulder towards your back ankle or foot. Noticing when there's a moment where you just surrender, like into the stretch. Back to center. Inhale, tuck back toes, lift the knee, step it forward. Exhale. Half high lengthen. Exhale, fold and bow. Reverse your swan dive. Inhale, rise all the way to the sky. Hands to heart. Exhale. Let's do a little standing camel. So fingertips can point down. If you're a little more flexible in the wrist, you want to point the fingertips up, you can. Squeeze your elbows together and inhale, lift your heart. Use the heels of the hands or the fingers to kind of draw the flesh down, tailbone down. You're not scooping, it's just a lengthening down. Lift the sternum. Squeeze the elbows in. Exhale, let your hands, as you come to center, glide down, feeling the own flesh on the back of your legs. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Now if you're ready to jump, you can float to chaturanga or just step back, high to low push up. Inhale, cobra now, or up dog, whichever feels better. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg reaches up, breathe in. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Inhale, re-straighten the legs, square your pelvis. Exhale, right foot steps forward and through. Back heel down, warrior one. Inhale, arms reach up. Good. Now getting into that back leg, the psoas here a little bit. Now if you've got your psoas is feeling a little cranky, or your low back, your sacrum's feeling tight, some days crescent pose feels better. Just lift that back heel up, okay? You have to play around with it. Reaching the arms up towards the sky, bending down into that front leg, and the deeper you drop down, right, the enjoyment of the stretch comes, but the intensity comes too, so you have to find that balance. Lift the low belly, and then hands to prayer, exhale. Good. Now you're going to dip that back leg, inhale, and we're going to push up to a standing balance, hugging this back leg into the chest. Exhale. All right, so if that's too much, just modify as you need to. Reach back, maybe the arms can go up, and I've got this awesome wall right here. Keep leaning in, inhale. Good, exhale. Utilize your resources, right, folks? Inhale, back, exhale. Inhale. So we're working flexion, extension on that back leg. One more time, inhale, reach. Exhale, hug. Good. Now take your same hand to bent ankle and reach that knee down. You're just going to work a thigh stretch here. Just take the thigh stretch. If you want to reach the opposite arm up, you are welcome to. We're not taking into dancer yet. Just enjoy the thigh stretch. Drop your tailbone down. Good. And then you're going to go to a standing split. Let go of that leg. Reach that lifted leg up towards the sky. Turn the toes down. Turn those toes down. Take another breath. Inhale. Full breath out. Exhale. Slow. Bend into that front leg. Bend into that front leg. Easy twist. Bottom arm down. Opposite arm up. Wrap that outer right hip back in space. Open up the chest. Good. Top hand down. Breathe in. Now you can take plank, three-legged plank, or if you like, you cross the ankle. Help find the midline. Chaturanga. As soon as you go to up dog or cobra, I'm doing cobra on this one, uncross your legs. Inhale, lift. Maybe if you want a little more stretch, you can look over the right or left shoulders. And then back to dog. Exhale. Good. So breath in. Maybe empty it out the mouth. Let it go. Left leg up. Inhale. Exhale. Foot forward and through. Back heel down 45 degrees. Inhale. Arms reach up. Warrior one. Angle that back foot down. Lift again. Try to tone your pelvic floor. Finding that mula bandha. Reach the upper arms back. Now if your shoulders are tight and you want to take the more traditional form of warrior one, arms are more on a diagonal. You're gazing to the thumbs. And again, feel like the heart is lifting here. Take another breath. Good. And then hands to heart, lift that back heel up off the mat. Yes. Hover that bottom leg as you reach the arms to the sky. Inhale. Now you're going to push off, little spring here. Exhale, hug in. Reach it back, inhale. You can bend that back leg if you're enjoying that form. Exhale, hug. You're gonna get more stretch in the psoas if the back leg is straight. Inhale, exhale. Last time, inhale, reach. Exhale, hug. Okay, the leg that's bent, same hand to ankle. Other hand to hip. Whoop. Reach the arm up towards the sky. Now you find your drishti, you find your points in your house or wherever you're practicing, spot that doesn't move to help you steady your mind and your gaze and your balance. Standing split, let go of the leg, cartwheel the hands down to the ground.
And on my first standing split, right, these can be tight. So try not to be too rigid that you have to have the alignment absolutely perfect. Some days I like to turn the toes out. Some days I'm working a little more with the hips square. I'm feeling that outer standing leg really warming up here. Big step back, big, big, big. Good, we're coming into that easy twist. Right hand down, left arm up towards the sky. Hug both feet together. Wrap that outer left hip back in space. Good, top hand down, breathe in. Plank pose, you can cross the ankles again. Chaturanga. Up dog cobra, inhale. Again, maybe you enjoy, just move a little bit side to side. Exhale, down dog. Breath in, breath out. Again, breath in, breath out. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Good. Right leg goes up into the air. Breathe in. Exhale, right foot steps forward and through. Warrior one again to start. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart, lift that back heel. Bend that back knee. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, push off, knee to chest. Good, warrior three this time. Reach the arms, you can go forward, back, or airplane. Heart forward. Inhale, toes point down. Rotate that top hip towards the floor. Exhale. Good, start to bend your standing leg. Land the ball of the foot first. Spin the heel down. Cartwheel up, warrior two. Get that back leg nice and strong. Adjust your feet now. If you didn't land it quite where you wanted it, heel to arch. Gaze your drishti again. Now steady it over that right middle finger. Draw the shoulders out of the ears. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. So now we're getting the openness in the hips, right? Abducting, opening up. Good, take another breath. We're gonna take what we call a skater pose over that bent front leg, over that right leg. So heel in, kind of toe out, and reach the arms out. That back foot, you're also gonna angle it. Yep, there you go. Take another breath, inhale. Good, now take your hands down towards the floor. Turn that right foot so it's facing the side of your mat and see if you can pick the back leg up, out to the side. And then exhale, tap it. Inhale, lift it. Abducting and adducting. A-B, A-D. Inhale, exhale. Two more. Exhale. This gets things real feisty. One more. Exhale. Good. Cross that lifted leg. Toes behind each other. Pinky toes touch. Bend the front leg and fold. Take a couple breaths. So even the practice, right, it can get a little feisty, and then you start to simmer it down, both through breathing, but also just knowing those poses that can help sort of start to calm it down. So lift up through the spine, inhale. Good, you're gonna rotate back towards the front of your mat. That right leg's still your forward leg, the back leg was your left, so sweep that back into a low lunge. And now you're gonna take the easy twist again. Right arm up towards the sky. Hug your feet in. Take a full breath. Breathe in. Revolve the belly. Exhale. Coming onto side plank. Roll to the outer edge of the back foot. You can slide. So if you just want more hip stretch, oh, this feels so good. So good. You can also drop the bottom knee down, right? Like that we started here. And then, of course, you can take full Vashisthasana, side plank. Good. Take a breath here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now you're going to step the top foot behind you. Reach the top arm over. Just an easy does it. Wild things. Easy does it. Good. Come back around. Top arm up. Plank pose. Inhale. Chaturanga. Exhale. Up dog cobra. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Got to turn myself around here again so I can see you. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Remember, you rest anytime you need to. We're switching sides. Okay, left leg goes up. Inhale, bend the knee, open up the hip. Inhale, re-straighten. Exhale, step it forward and through. Warrior one. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Back heel lifts. Bend that back leg, reach the arms to the sky. Inhale, knee to chest. Exhale. Warrior three, any variation with the arms you like. Inhale, bow the heart forward. Try to rotate the lifted leg, the frontal hip point of the lifted leg toward the floor. For me, it gets like wah, into the outer band of the leg, the IT band, outer hip. Start to slowly, slow, like you're moving through mud. Land the ball of that back foot down, spin the sole down, and warrior two it up. Did I just make that a verb? I don't know. Warrior two it up. Bend into the front leg. Relax the shoulders. Sink a little deeper. Flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. Lean back. Keep the front knee, the left knee, moving to the left. Skater pose, heels in, toes out. Reach your arms off to the left. So big flexion here in this socket. Groin stretch, you're hanging out. You're like, what's his name, that skater guy? Orlando. No, it's gonna come to me after. Hands down to the ground. Spin the toes of that left foot so they're pointing straight towards the long edge of your mat, and you're gonna lift the back leg up. Inhale. Exhale. He always wears a bandana. Somebody help a sister out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. I feel like it starts with an O. Exhale. More like a monkey mind than a wolf mind. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Now this lifted leg, you're going to cross it behind so the pinky toes touch. Bend your front knee. Oh. Exhale. Something's happening in the hips. Breath in. Ujjayi breath. Let it go. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Take that back leg out. Left leg still your front leg. You're going to spin yourself around, right? You're in a low lunge. Right hand down, left arm up. Squeeze. Hug the feet in. Wrap that outer hip back on the left. And now shift that bottom wrist, so just slightly in front of the shoulder. You're going to prepare for Vashisthasana. Roll to the outer edge of the back foot. I am loving the hip work, so I'm going to start off here with this front foot in front. The front foot in front. Yep. And then if you want to take it into the full form, Vashisthasana, any variation you'd like with the top arm before we go into Wild Thing. And then step the top foot behind, reach the arm over the ear. Inhale. One more. Bring it back around. Plank pose. Breath in. Exhale. Chaturanga. Inhale. Up dog. Exhale. Down dog. You might want some rest. Child's pose. Good. Breath in, breath out. Slow, steady breathing. One more. Lift the heels, inhale. Bend the knees, look forward, step or hop, top of the mat. Half high, breathe in. Exhale, fold, breathe out. Good, reverse your swan dive. Inhale, rise, come all the way up. And hands to heart, exhale. Very good. You might want your block here, okay? Might want your block. All right, just gonna warm up those hips just a little bit more. We're gonna get into some nice stretches here. All right, so you're gonna start standing. I'm not gonna try to mirror this one. Start standing on your left leg. And your right leg's gonna go back. Put your block under your right hand, under your right shoulder, excuse me. And then lift your left arm. It's like you're doing what we do often in kneeling, arm forward. So then you're gonna take the hand down, foot down so it hovers and taps. And inhale, reach back out. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Last time, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Good. Now, bend that top leg, reach back, and with the opposite hand, you can catch the foot. And here, I like to unsquare my hips. So if you want to unsquare your hips, get a nice thigh stretch. If you want to keep it more square, that feels better in your body. Good. Then set the foot down towards the floor. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Reverse your swan dive. Inhale, rise. Good. Left hand's going to open out to the left. Stand on the right leg. Reach back. Left hand catches left foot. Okay, now dancer. We're ready. We're warm. Kick the leg back. Lift the chest up. Kick the leg back. Keep lifting the chest up. Take another 2 breaths. Breathing in. Breathing out. Good. Bring it back up. Inhale. Good. Slowly lower down. Forward fold. Exhale. All right. Pedal out those feet a little bit. Second side. Second side. Block's going to go under the left hand this time. Right leg's your standing leg. Let's start with the right hand just on the hip for a sec. Left leg lifts. Toes point down. You can always keep the other hand down or just skip one of the, you don't need to move the arm. You can take out any part that doesn't feel good. Opposite arm reaches forward. Inhale. Exhale. Tap the foot down, hand down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Exhale. 1 more. Exhale. Now lift the leg. Inhale. Bend and reach back. Right hand is going to catch your left foot. You can let it open if you want to. Let go of the leg. Turn the toes down. Forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Reverse your swan dive. Inhale. Right arm opens out to the right. Exhale. So taking dancer. Second side. Okay, second side. Bend the leg. Reach back. Catch the foot. Rotate that shoulder back. Start to lift the sternum up. Spread your toes on your lifted leg. Open up through the front body for 3, for 2. Inhale, bring it back up. 1. Exhale, slowly release. Let it all come down. Tadasana, let your eyes close for a minute. Feel the 4 corners of your feet on the earth. Big toe mound, the heel, kind of the inner and outer heel, the pinky toe mound. Feeding yourself the quality of just a steady breath now as you start to stop the movement for a moment. Good. Reach the arms up towards the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe out. Inhale, lift the spine. Good. Exhale, step back, plank pose. Lower all the way to the belly. All right, let's take Sphinx pose. Sphinx pose. Okay, forearms out in front of you. Move a little bit side to side. And then I want you to find your Sphinx. So if your low back is feeling a little sensitive today, you might take your feet a little bit wider. Push into your forearms, draw the forearms back. It's as though the shoulder blades are moving through your upper arms to help move your heart forward. Exhale, elbows wing out towards the sides. Good, bring your hands back, tuck your toes. Remember, you can push up through plank, tabletop, whatever you like. Push the earth away. Exhale back, down dog. Take your feet as wide as your mat. I want your body to notice a sense of nice extension in the spine. Good, and then we're going to move into pigeon pose. Let's drop down onto the knees. Right knee comes forward, so this front leg is in an external rotation, okay? Back leg is in an internal rotation. The hip is pointing down. So tuck those back toes. You may need to scooch that knee back. My blanket, so very helpful, and it doesn't have to be a yoga blanket, but any blanket. When I use it, I don't just put it under one side. I enjoy, if I'm going to use it, to slide it under the whole pelvis, okay? So it just feels in more of the alignment is better in my body with it across the whole pelvis. So I enjoy a breath or two where I stay up and really can get the benefit of that back leg in a deep extension. Feel the familiarity of crescent pose, of warrior. Well, it's more symmetrical here, but on that back leg, you're more square, like a crescent pose, lifting up. Not really symmetrical side to side, but take a breath here. Lift up. One more. And forward fold. Exhale. Now you can let your forehead come down if that block is handy and the floor feels far away. Let the third eye rest on a block. Here's where the mind, especially when we practice at home, right? When you're starting to go slower and it's a different kind of intensity that starts to surface. Some of you, this is your home, right? This is where you thrive. Others of you, this is where you're thinking about a million other things. So just noticing that in your mind's habits of thinking. Sometimes I'll tell my mind, okay, go ahead and think. Yeah, think about something, and then I can't think of anything. So you can see if that works for you. I'll just say think, and then it's like I go blank, which can be helpful. So take another couple breaths here, breathing in. Very good. Walk yourself up. All right, and I'm going to slide my prop out. We're going to keep that front leg bent, bringing it into Janu Shirshasana. We started here. Remember that? Remember that time? If you need support, you can always put a blanket underneath your outer knee. Reach the same arm, so left leg out. Reach the same arm in front or behind, top arm over. Don't worry about grabbing the toe, although if the foot's there and that is part of your practice and the bottom hand reaches for the inside of the foot, top hand reaches for the outside. Some days it's like you can go there, but it just feels almost better to not. There's a level of constriction sometimes when we go too deep into a pose, so noticing where our ego is taking over and letting your body just, no one's watching you, just do what feels good. You're going to turn the torso down. Remember, front leg still in external rotation. Turn your torso. Use your hands to help you. Lift the belly and turn towards a straight leg. And then I enjoy taking my opposite hand and grabbing the outer edge of the foot because it's just a really nice release into the back. Stay with the Ujjayi breath. Feel the belly expand, the rib cage expand as you inhale. Feel things contracting inward as you exhale. Good. Bring it all the way up. I swear I get taller every time I do that pose. Okay, bring the soles of your feet together. Both legs in external rotation here. Good. So I want you to take the hands behind you. Try to bring the legs together without the soles of the feet coming apart. And then gently open them out. Okay, do that one more time. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale. Yeah, quivers maybe a little. Inhale. Good. Bring your arms out in front of you. If that block is handy, rest your forehead on the block. And you're just allowing there to be silence and space. Become fascinated with the sound of your own breath. And even fascinated with the way the mind just moves all over. Remembering that's what the mind does. And then you get to do your practice, which is return it to the breath. The mind gives you that chance, the thinking gives you that chance to bring it back to breathing. To be able to focus your awareness. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, hands to outer knees. Good. You're going to come back into downward facing dog or all fours just before we switch to the last side. Okay, pigeon pose. We're doing on time. I forgot my clock, so we're doing okay. Good. All right. Tuck your back toes. Scooch that leg back. Up to you if you use that blanket. If you stay up tall for a couple of breaths. The inner thigh on the back leg is internally rotating, meaning the inner thigh on your left leg is lifting up, which is what allows the back frontal hip point to come more forward. Front leg, deep external rotation here. When you're ready, you're folding forward if you haven't already, and let your body come forward. Staying several breaths, breathing in, breathing out. Feel your body breathing and sipping the breath in through the back of the throat. Continue to let the heart melt forward. Walk the hands back up. Coming into Janu Shirshasana, so we're going to lean to that bent leg side, sweep the back leg around. I'm going to turn and face you. You don't need to turn on your mat, but I'm just going to turn so I can see you. Left leg is bent, right leg's your straight leg. Right arm, inside, outside leg. Do it where it feels good. Opposite arm, stretch it up and over. Some days I like to hold the back of the head. If that feels more supported in your body, and take that form. And then we're going to turn, reach the arm that's over towards the toes. Take that hand gently down. Go nice and slow. And then the other hand is, right hand's going to come to the outside of the leg. And you're going to use your hands to position your belly coming from the torso. Start to rotate the torso towards your straight leg. And then opposite hand. So left hand reaching and catching the outer right foot. Noticing where the stretch, you might feel a little bit of a pull, right? A pull of the skin. Breathing into that space. Nice inhale. Bring it all the way up. Both legs extend out. Upavishta. For a lot of us, we're going to need a little bit of height. You can use your mat and you just roll it up a little bit. If you have a blanket, you just sit on the edge. Lift up nice and tall. Exhale, forward fold. This is a big pose. It's hard in bodies where the hamstrings are just a little tighter to get the low back to move in and up. So that's phase one. Get the low back to move in and up. Turn sideways so you can see. If your lumbar spine sticks out, you need some height. Low back moves in and up. Okay, and this is where you may stay. Sometimes hands behind can just help you keep that alignment. Those of you more flexible here, you're just folding in. I don't know where you are, but the sound of the rain just started hitting the house. So just stay with just observing, but almost more witnessing. Good. Bring the body back upright. If you are folded forward, slide that blanket out. Gently bring your legs together. Scoot yourself into the middle of your mat and slow roll back down. Holding on, one hand on each shin. Just start to make some circles with the knees. And then go the other way. Really noticing the way that the weight is shifting. And stretch your legs up towards the sky. I want you to separate your feet so they're about hip distance. Now, if I had a strap, which I didn't grab and I didn't ask you to grab, so we're just going to do it sans strap, okay? But we're going to kind of use the hands on the back of the hamstrings here. Just last little movement to internally and externally rotate the legs. So I want you to use your hands against the back of your hamstrings and drag the flesh outwards so your heels go out and your toes go in. So it's like you're pigeon-toed. And then you can switch the hand grip if you want. Grab the inside of your legs and you're going to externally, it's like your toes are turning out like duck. Yep. So turning toes in, heels out. And find a breath that seems to sort of match. Doesn't really matter. So if you had to strap, and if you do have one, just go ahead and you don't need to hold your hamstrings. You're just going to kind of. But the holding the hamstrings is kind of nice. You're helping it. One more time. Feel the sit bones almost like they're widening when you go pigeon-toed, right? Very good. Bring the legs back together so they're neutral. Bend the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And take a happy baby final pose. If you prefer a different final pose, like a bridge pose, just to open up the psoas a little bit more, a supported bridge,
grab that block if you've got one, take that. Maybe a shoulder stand, a supported shoulder stand with the block. Good. Bring your legs together. Stay a little longer if you're in any kind of inversion or supported bridge. Let the legs extend though if you were in a happy baby. Hook your thumbs, point your feet, really stretching the front body. Keep the thumbs hooked. Exhale, flex the feet. One more time, point the feet. Reach, reach, reach. And then exhale, bring your arms by your sides. Relax your feet, start to widen them on your mat. Turn your palms up. Push into your forearms and elbows and hug your shoulder blades in toward each other a little bit more. Close your eyes. Those of you that might be still in a supported shoulder stand, start to make your way down. Feet to the floor. Slide the block out. If there's anything else you need, take a moment for that. When you're ready, you'll meet us in Shavasana. You may notice these two elements of the wolves playing back and forth in your mind. And some thoughts aren't really good or bad, they're more neutral. But remembering that in those moments, just bringing your awareness back to your breath. You don't need to try to control it, just observe it. We'll be here for a couple of minutes. I'll give you a cue when it's time to get out. So enjoy.
start to come back. Bring a little bit of movement into your body however you'd like. Stretch your arms up and over your head, taking a big full body stretch. Bend your left knee, place that foot to the floor. And pushing with that foot, bend your right leg and roll onto your right side. Bottom right arm supports your head like a pillow. Use your hands to bring your body back upright. Palms together in front of your heart. As we step off our mat today, we remember this teaching of the two wolves. And in yoga and tantra, there's a saying that for what is inside is outside, and for what is outside is inside. What we hold within ourselves is what we notice and observe and take in through the world. And the world outside of us is a reflection of our internal state. So if we want to begin to see our world different, that starts from within ourselves. And it's exercising and recognizing that we have that choice. Let's bring thumbs up to third eye. Remembering that these practices, they always are to serve something higher and greater than ourselves. That may all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Thank you so much for joining me on your mat this morning. It was my pleasure to be with you, to practice with you, to love with you, and to go feed the wolf of love. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you, yogis. Thank you for those of you that are practicing regularly. We will be here again on Wednesday for healing. And tomorrow is Giving Tuesday through Feeding America. So I will be making a donation. You guys, we already have about $100 that we're going to be making as a donation. So you can Venmo me and that will go to Feeding America. I just did a donation to Lotus, our yoga studio, yesterday just to help them. And I want to thank you so much for being here, for being a part of these practices. I know we can't see each other. I know it's not exactly the same, but it does help. I can feel you. I can feel you all with me. And I thank you so much for joining me. So thank you so much. Have a great day.